I'm proud of it. I will never say that I'm not proud because we went to 4 championships and lost. Yes, I would have loved one of them, because if you win one of those, they don't talk about the other 3 you lose. But that's just sports. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I will never say I'm a loser because of that. I'm a winner. You know, as a little boy in Allentown, Pennsylvania, a little small town, sports was my whole life. In Pop Warner, I'd play a game and the game would be over 3 hours ago and I'd still have all my uniform on. That's how much I loved the game. 2 other brothers, we were all competitive. We were always competitive with each other in football, basketball, whatever we did. We were those kids that if you saw us 3, we wanted to play you. Let's go, we want to play you. And that really became the foundation of my competitive nature. My dad always taught me that in life you're gonna get punched in the face. Show me somebody that hasn't got punched in the face or been through some adversity. There's not too many people like that. It's how you come back from it, how you deal with it. That's gonna be the measure of you. In 2000, when I retired, the championship losses were still fresh in people's minds. Now as years have gone by, they realized that achievement, what it really means and how difficult that was. To keep all those guys together with the same purpose to win a championship. And regardless if it happened or not, the feat is pretty much one of those feats in sports that is hard to do. And now that it's years and years and years later, we're getting more accolades and get more pats on the back instead of kicks in the butt about it. And you know, I never consider myself a loser no matter what. Is that the ultimate? Yes. To win a championship, that's what you play the game for. But to do that with all those guys for years in and years out, you don't see that too much anymore. So I don't think that when somebody says, well, you went to 4 championship games and lost all 4. Okay, what were you doing during that time? Probably watching me in those championship games. That's the way I look at it, to try to turn that around. And then as the years go on, they become more envious of you of how you did it and what it took to do it, because it's hard. It's hard to do. I've always liked Los Angeles. I always liked this area. You know, LA's like no other place. You say the glitz and glitter and Hollywood and the beaches, you know, everything has that kind of feel. But to have a football game, the biggest game on the planet here in LA, you were really on the biggest stage. Just to be a part of that was tremendous. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, Venice Beach is famous for Muscle Beach, but it's famous for people playing basketball and the beach, and that's what LA brings, man. LA has that style, has that flavor. If you come to LA, you definitely have to experience Venice Beach. The championship here is gonna be a lot better than it was when I played in Pasadena, and it's a perfect place to have it. You know, one thing I want to say about all these guys that play in these games, you know, relish it, because you never know if you're going to get back. It's far few in between anything you'll ever do in your life, and it's what you want to do. Rose Bowl, Pasadena, 1993, I don't remember the date. 102,000 fans, 3rd time in the championship game, thinking this is it, 3rd time's a charm. I'm thinking before the game, prepared right, everything was ready to go. This is the game that we're gonna finally do it. We go into halftime, it's 14-7 or 17-7. Okay, we still got work to do, we're on the right path here. And I remember walking in, and I walked right past Michael Jackson. He was doing halftime. He had his stuff on, he was ready to go. I go, that's how we gotta be right there. Michael's ready, 102,000 fans. Michael ain't gonna slip. We didn't play like Michael Jackson. We came out and it's like it was meant to be. You know, we made mistakes and they capitalized. So how do we get back up the next year to go to the next one? After 3 defeats in the biggest game on the planet. That just goes to show you what kind of team that we had, flat out. Because I don't think too many teams could have done that. You know, what was special about our team, you know, our locker room, just the guys. Being in a room with 40 so other guys and coaches, organization, and them looking at you and believing in you, of what you can do and how you can take us to where we want to go. You can't cut that with a knife. Oh, matter of fact, you can cut it with a knife because it's so thick. I'll never forget that the rest of my life. And it's made me who I am. You know, losing 4 straight championships, you gotta find some good out of it. Because you're gonna have some ups and downs in your life, you're gonna have some ups and downs that are gonna happen to you. How do you come back from that and how do you get over that? We all think we're winners, but there's gonna be times where you're gonna lose. And if you can't handle losing, how are you ever gonna win? That's really the measure of a person, is how you come back from a loss.